Good morning. Happy Monday. I have had quite a deluge of comments, and I figure I should address a few of them. Number one, I don't like to get into the drama of the issue. Obviously, the uh, the videos yesterday, the video that I did yesterday on Kate being chilly, was a video on legal analysis, the law, how she presented herself in court. It is no different than the videos that I did on Chili presenting his case in Massachusetts State Court for harassment prevention orders. It was no different, other than the fact that it is now Kate doing exactly the same things Chili did. So if you didn't have a problem with me doing it to Chili, then you should not have a problem with me doing it to Kate, unless you're one of those people who are hypocritical and you only call out the people you dislike and you ignore what the people you like do. I am not one of those people. I refuse to be one of those people. I refuse to be tribal, and so I don't do that. I don't like to get into the drama part of it. I don't like to get into the part about he said, she said. But I am going to note that I've had a lot of comments from Kate fans. Great. So we'll address a few of them. Number one, no, I have not been paid by Aiden. I think that's a ridiculous idea. I've never heard that one before, but I have heard a lot of the other ones that are popping up in my comment section, like that they have some dirt on me, that somehow that means that I need to do what they want me to do, that I was just pretending to like Kate this entire time, yada, yada. I mean, all sorts of things. Anyway, I don't really care. You're going to have zero impact on me. I'm going to continue to make the content that I want to make, and I'm going to continue to ignore the content that I don't want to make. So, suck it up, Buttercup. That's all I got to say. Another thing that the Kate fans are doing is they're suggesting that somehow Aiden's interpersonal relationship with his spouse, with his wife, and his mistresses are somehow set him apart from what Kate has done or is doing. Kate has stated that she's married, and it's not to Andrew Johnson. And so you're going to ask yourself, what is Kate doing? If Kate is still married and she has a boyfriend, and if you are calling Aiden out for it, why aren't you calling Kate out for it? Now, I don't really care what they do in the privacy of their own bedrooms or who they do it with. That's between them and their spouses and the person that they're having sex with. That's it. Everybody else, as far as I'm concerned, can go piss up a rope. It doesn't belong to you. It's not your area of concern. She's not dating you. You're not dating her or him, whatever. It's not your concern. So if you think that I'm going to care about it, well, again, you are entirely mistaken. Now, Angel for Animals has, she's so certain. She's so certain that Aiden has been sending out nude videos of his kids in a bathtub, and that makes him a terrible person. Well, let's talk about that, because I'm not going to argue with you that Aiden is a terrible person. He's done terrible things. He's used Kate's kids against her, and he has apparently tried to use his kids against Kate. Exactly like Kate has used her kids against Aiden, and she's tried to use Aiden's kids against him. Exactly the same way. I mean, check the box here, check the box there. Columns are even and match up. In accounting, the books would balance. Exactly like it. So the story is, she sends me a video. Angel for Animals sends me a video, because this is gonna convince me, boy. Rock solid proof. Can't deny it. Sends me a video that Kate made. And now Kate, again, I want to preface this by Kate has admitted to me, to my face, that she falsified a court document to present to YouTube to suggest that she had in fact filed a federal lawsuit against Turtle Boy, Aiden. So we know that she counterfeits and she's a liar. We know this. There is no disputing of it. She has admitted to it. Case closed. QED. Done. Right? So if you present me a video that Kate makes, my first gut instinct, considering her feelings for Turtle Boy, is that she's lying. She's lying. How convenient that she gets her hands on a nude video sent out randomly by Turtle Boy. Isn't that convenient? My. So what do we get? We get a heavily redacted screenshot, not a video. We get a screenshot. The title of the video is that, Aiden sends out nudes of his kids, right? But we don't get the video. And we have screenshots of text messages or instant messages or whatever. And we all know those can't be faked. I mean, it's not like Chili presented faked ones of me on some messaging app. I forget what the name of the app was. Anyway, so it's not like these can't be faked. It's entirely not like these can't be faked. But that's what we get. We get a heavily redacted screenshot, and we get some text messages that may or may not be real. Who the fuck knows, right? Now let me ask you this. Riddle me this, Batman. Is that not Kate using Aiden's kids against him? That's number one. Number two, if Kate has a video that Aiden has sent out of his kids' nudes, why didn't she go to the police? And if she did go to the police, why didn't the police do anything? Riddle me that. Like, police don't take this kind of stuff lightly. If you are disseminating images of CP, police will respond. So either she's not reporting CP, which makes her a terrible person, but she's making YouTube videos about it, which makes her a worse person, or she's making YouTube videos about it, which makes her a terrible person, and she's reporting it to the police, who are saying there's no CP. There's a no-win there. How do you not see this? Oh, John, you're just so emotional. No, I'm being emphatic. I don't really care. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not on Team Aiden. I'm not on Team Kate. I'm on Team, both of these people are immature fuckwits who need to grow up and be adults and stop making these petty YouTube squabbles and stop trying to drag. Has it worked for either one of them? Has either one of them gained an advantage over the 3-4 years of this bullshit? Have all their tactics gained them any success? No. The other party's still out there. Pick a side. The other party's still out there making the same shitty content and the same shitty allegations that they've been making for the past 3 years. It's like, it's stupid. Like, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This is what I criticize Chili for. He keeps doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. He keeps sending out these demand letters, demanding mediation and demanding these ridiculous settlements. And they never work. And you're like, dude, are you going to figure it out? Well, Kate, are you going to figure it out? Aiden, are you going to figure it out? This doesn't work. Try a different tactic. And the appropriate tactic, mind you, is to be an adult, put the other person on block, ignore. Anybody who brings up the other person to you, put them on block, ignore, be done with it. If you're an adult enough to do that, but you're probably not, so whatever. And finally, how do I like Kate? Why do I like Kate? She's a liar. Why do I like her? Well, because I am not in a position with her. I'm not in a relationship with her where her lies can, should, or do matter to me. Now, it does bother me. It does bother me. There is one thing that bothers me. The whole I'm a champion for free speech thing, and then all of a sudden you're filing all these frivolous harassment prevention orders. That bothers me. It bothers me that apparently she's going to the cops over him after telling me that she likes to keep the cops out of it. You know, she likes to keep the cops out of it, but she's going to the cops on him. You remember how she was like, oh, he keeps going to the police about me, but nothing happens. Well, she keeps going to the police about him and nothing happens. So, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Call him A, call him B, and it balances. The books balance. They're two sides of the same coin. Her and Chili are two sides of the same coin. Her and Turtle Boy are two sides of the same coin. I mean, so how do I like her? How do I like her? Why do I like her? Well, I'm going to say this again. I don't know how many times I have to say this to make it clear. She's smart. She's funny. She's entertaining. She's quick-witted. She's spontaneous. She looks like she'd be a fun gal to hang out with. I've had pleasant conversations with her on Discord. I've had pleasant conversations. I've seen her have pleasant conversations with other people. She's fun. Why wouldn't I like her? Would I marry her? No. Would I have kids with her? No. Would I place her in a position of trust? Would I hire her for my company? No. But would I yeah, she's a fun person. Why can't I just like someone like that? Why do I have to have only the purest, highest moral standards? And Aiden keeps bringing this up. Aiden, if your metric is I shouldn't like Kate because Kate's a terrible person, well, I've already shown you the boxes check. You both boop, 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 all the columns, except the difference is you're not fun. You're not spontaneous. I mean, you're an intelligent guy. Yeah. I mean, you're a great journalist. Sure. I've got no problems with you on that, but you're not fun. That's the difference. You and I, we don't, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick about this, but that's why. And I really didn't like you using her kids against her, and I really don't like her using her kids against you. But the big difference there was that you were jumping into live streams that she was on. You and your little fanboys were jumping in on live streams that she was on, talking about shit that had nothing to do with the live stream. Just to, I don't know, poke at her. But it was my live stream, and that wasn't the topic that was on. So that was rude to me. So, I don't like that very much. That was kind of rude. But yeah, I mean, anyway, so I think I've answered the majority of the questions. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. People's pasts, I don't care about unless it's relevant to a topic that I have. I don't care about Earl's past, except as far as it's relevant to the legal topics. He was a Nazi hunter in South America, right? That if he's not putting that forward, I'm not talking about it because I don't really care about it. It doesn't matter to me. There's a lot of auditors out there with criminal records, criminal backgrounds. I don't talk about it unless it's relevant. It has to be relevant to the discussion. The discussion has to be somewhat based around the law before I'm going to even broach it. It's not the reason. I explained at the beginning of that live stream, the reason why I went down this rabbit hole is because having listened to Kate's latest harassment prevention order hearing for her daughter, I noticed that she was making arguments and doing things exactly like Chili made. And then she was saying that she came in and she was just all the queen of excuses, explaining how, the judge said this to her. And I'm like, well, I heard that judge and he didn't say that. And so that makes you wonder about all the other, what about the previous judge? Did he say the thing that she's saying? What about the school staff, the counselors and the teachers? Did they say what she's saying? So then I went from the first hearing to the second, or from the most recent hearing to the second most recent hearing. And I was like, well, this explains, not only did the judge at the latest hearing not say what she thought he said, but the judge at the second to the latest hearing didn't say what she thought he said. But it was even more like Chili. I'm like, well, this is really weird. And she mentioned another TPO that she got against Turtle Boy. I'm like, wow, I've never heard of this. I like to go over these particular hearings. So let's go back over that one. So these are 3 hearings for harassment prevention orders. These are 3 legal hearings. Now, the common fact in all of them is that Kate sounds exactly like Chili. Now, I don't care. I mean, Felipe Hemming was like, oh, it's just a pro se thing. Well, except there is one major difference. Before this last harassment prevention order, Kate had the benefit of having me go over every mistake Chili made. Maybe not every mistake, but the biggest mistakes that Chili made. She had that advantage. She knew the statute because I'd gone over the statute. She knew the elements that she had to address because I'd gone over them. She knew that you had to give the opposing party an opportunity to review the evidence. Not only because I said that Chili screwed up because he didn't do that, but because apparently now at a previous hearing, she did the same damn thing. So it's disappointing. It's doubly disappointing in Kate's case because in an almost identical situation, she did exactly the same thing Chili did after A, I criticized Chili for it and I explained why, and B, she criticized Chili for it. And she took this moral high ground position that she's not going to shit all over someone's freedom of speech with a harassment prevention order, with an unfounded, unmerited harassment prevention order. That's my wheelhouse, baby. I don't care if she's a bad mother, except as far as it relates to those 3 harassment prevention order hearings. And the unfortunate fact is that it's all decisions that Kate made that led to the point where her daughter was in the position that her daughter was in. And, there's no excuses for that. I'm sure Kate will make them, but there's no excuses for that. Anyway, I've babbled long enough. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.